Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, it's your girl Petra Odeta, and in this channel I do videos on faith, relationship and lifestyle. So today we have come to discuss some questions, and there are 3 questions in one. We want to talk about what men want, and the second question is what kills love. The third question is how can we rekindle that love, the dead love, whatever you can call it. So today I'm so glad to be here with 2 amazing people and so dear to my heart. And on my right is my amazing husband. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello everyone. My name is Henry Odeta, and this is my wife.
Yep. Come on.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen. Today we're having Emmanuel Kokot here, and I'm happy to be here with the Odetas, who actually had their 1 year anniversary this year.
Yes,
I'm
1
glad
year.
to be a part of this today.
I know. So guys, we are so glad to be here to share with you guys, and the reason why we have actually come to share is because today in our generation we have seen that so many young people are failing in relationships and they don't even know what is happening. They don't know reasons why relationships are failing and they don't even care to fix it. So this is happening over and over again. You hop into another relationship and the same things are happening. So that's why today this amazing gentlemen are going to answer this question. What do men want? So I don't know who's going to start.
Thank you very much
for
this opportunity. Right away, I would go with what men want is honesty.
Yeah.
You know, in a relationship. So whatever you do, whatever you are working on, at least ask your partner. You know that what, I'm going to do this and this today. Maybe today I'm going to see this friend of mine. Today I'm going to do this. Yeah. So that they know what you're going to do.
Share with them.
Yeah, you share with them.
And be honest about it.
You just be honest about it. No lies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean.
Well, I would go with vulnerability. Well, men are looked at to be the hard guys. On the outside we bottle everything up inside, and we don't show that side of us that we're easygoing. But as guys, we find that we're able to talk to each other and tell ourselves things that we take to our graves. But it's different when it comes to ladies. We also want to share that with ladies, but we find that it is difficult to share it with them because, man, one moment you tell her something and this is someone who can't forget.
Yes.
So 20 years she'll keep on reminding you, but there's nothing that you told me, and it will keep eating you up. So to save yourself from that, you find that you want to be vulnerable with her, but it is hard because you're not sure whether she can handle it in the kind of way that your bros would handle it.
So what we are trying to say is that even men want a safe place. They want to be able to come and cry on your shoulder. It's not just always about the what? About the woman. Yes. So even men want to be, and I think that's why men have good relationships with their mothers, because their mothers most times listen and don't judge them.
Sure.
Okay. So what is the other point?
I would go with also respect.
That one is key.
It is very key. Husband is coming back home. You give them the respect of, please, welcome back. How was your day?
Welcome them.
How was your day? The way you serve them, the way you
talk to them.
Yes. It is really a big opportunity, to widen your love. Yeah.
I think respect for men is number 1. Men value to be respected just as a masculine being.
Yes.
I think respect brings honor to them. It's something that women should actually understand. It's very important for men. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Amy?
Well, I think one of the other bigger issues that has come into the generation is presentation.
Presentation.
Men like presentation.
Yeah.
And some will call it nyash.
Package.
Something good looking. And women have gone to the extent of making sure that they have beautified themselves, to look like what men want. Because men look at presentation. They want something good looking. You know, they want someone who takes care of themselves, someone who is presentable, someone that they can show their friends, their family.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what men want.
Clean.
And,
in a woman who is very good. Even presentation, we talk about how you present food.
Yes.
You know, how you present yourself in public.
Yes.
You know, I think it's wide.
it
But
is
also
wide.
even presentation is also inward.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
character-wise, because exactly what is inside you comes out.
Yes. Yes.
You know, so it matters how you present yourself when you're talking. I think that's what men want from women. There's so much we can say about this. I don't know, does anyone have anything else to add on?
Maybe I could also put about friendship.
Yeah.
We, you know, if love that is built on a foundation of friendship,
yeah.
it will really go
Blossoms.
places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most times when we are in love, at least make sure friendship is number one, because a friend will always have something to tell your partner. You know, yeah. You tell them that, you know what, this and this is happening. This are not just keeping quiet, and then you want me to maybe find out later, because you know I'm not God.
So
Who will always-
men want their wives, their maybe girlfriends to be friends with them.
Yes.
You know, because in most cases, you being the one chasing, you know, men think, oh, I'm a sickly. It's very hard to break into the friend zone part of men, but men want to have a partner, as you know,
Whom they are open with.
They want a friend
Yes.
in a partner.
Yes.
Though they might not come straight on and declare it, but as a woman, befriend your your husband. Break his walls. These men have high walls.
Yeah.
So, Amy,
Well, I think I'll close by saying peace is straight to the point.
I want peace.
I want no violence. You don't want to come back home fighting.
That's true.
Peace. Someone joked and said that for us we agreed that the phone is the enemy. Eh?
The
So
phone.
if you're looking for trouble, you can't
Go
touch
to
my
the phone.
Eh?
Yeah.
But it's just peace, you know. People want peace. Even as a Christian, you know, you want to keep straight, but you want to come back home to a peaceful household.
A
You
peaceful
don't want
household.
to come back home to a battlefield.
Yeah, that's
Very
true.
true.
That's it.
And that is actually affecting relationships. And you know, one thing I know about men, most times men love to just walk away. And when your woman is rowdy, and in most cases as women we are pushing our men, you know, to other partners, other women. Like let me first just talk about the place where you talked about vulnerability. They're like some men, when they can't be vulnerable with the wife, you know, have peace. They go look for that person they think is giving them peace, but that's just the devil's trick.
Yes.
So it's the devil's trick. As a woman, you just have to have the knowledge that I'm a peacemaker. Me as an individual, I'm a peacemaker in my house, because actually as women we really hold, you know, that much power.
Yes.
Because you can choose to wake up in a bad mood and mess up your whole house, or choose to be peaceful even when your husband is being a storm.
Sure.
So men want peace. Actually, men love peace.
Yeah.
They love peace, and as long as you're able to give your man peace,
Yes.
I think your marriage is going to be enjoyable. Yeah, I think let's go to our second point. So, what kills love in a relationship?
Hey, I would go with, you know, sex. You know.
Oh my God! You just went.
Yes, that is a big topic. I know, but then, sex is one of it. You know, most times when you don't give your partner sex, every time you're giving excuses that, you know what, today I'm in my maybe
You're making
periods,
excuses.
then tomorrow the same thing. I mean, really, until when? You know, that one
You're
can break.
taking this seriously.
That one can kill. That one can kill.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That one can kill now.
no, but I think what you're trying to say is that, like, even in my previous video, I talked about whereby, you know, women give excuses, and there's this fact women say that, oh, sex is all about men, it's men who love sex, but that's not the thing. As a woman, you're not just going to be there like a stick when everything is happening. You need to also enjoy it, be in the mood, because for men it's vital. Sex is serious. Even in the Bible they say don't use sex to manipulate or as a weapon against your partner, because for men, do we agree, sex is a very important thing?
Very important.
Okay, so what you're saying is that lack of sex in a relationship, in a marriage, let's say that in a marriage, because we have single people here.
Yes.
For the married people, for the married people, it's very vital.
It's
key. Okay, Amy, what kills love?
I'll mention 2 points. One of them will be disrespect, and the other one will be having a partner who does not value your input.
Yeah.
So, of course, disrespect is one of those things there that turns off, relationships.
Yeah.
You can love someone so much, but if they don't respect you or respect your friends or respect your family, you reach a point and the love in you starts to die, because you will feel like she's not treating the people who matter the most in your life. To a point where you would appreciate.
Yeah.
Of course, we're not perfect, but basic respect, is something that will hurt a man's ego.
Yeah.
And men have ego. That's the fact. But actually, I had someone say that the worst thing you can give in your relationship is disrespect. Disagreement can be agreeable.
Yes.
But disrespect is not. Disrespect is something that is against your relationship. But when you disagree, you can disagree to agree. So we really have to make sure we avoid disrespect, and it can go both ways. We're talking about it both ways. It's not just the men. Even women nowadays need to be respected. Yes.
I would also go with taking each other for granted.
You get used to
you get used to everything. Today she has done this. You're like, she normally does it. Tomorrow she has washed your clothes. It's okay. That is her work. She has brought you food. She's supposed to take back the plates and all that stuff. You're not sharing responsibility. You're not sharing responsibility.
Yes.
You're always there looking at. You're not at least appreciating. This is nice. Thank you for this. Thank you for that.
Vice versa.
But yes, and it is really vice versa. Yes. So we really don't have to take each other for granted. We have to appreciate what we have. Before we lose it.
And that's a very, very good point, because you see, most times even in a relationship, when people start, it's like love, I love you, I know that, and it's time 3 years, the 5th year, children are there, and then you begin to take each other for granted. As you're very comfortable in a relationship, you're not putting in, you're not putting effort to, make sure that the relationship every day there's an input and there's something, it's flourishing.
Yes.
Maybe add on communication.
Communication.
You can't be with someone who you can talk to. And it is very common in relationships. You reach a point and you're talking too much. And if you don't watch out, at one point in your relationship, you find that you're slowly drifting away from talking to each other to keeping quiet.
Yes.
You may think maybe,
it is
I know
okay.
the person, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being intentional about how you people communicate. And communication is so diverse, because there's communication in just even apology.
Yes.
Because there's you hurting your partner, and then you're just like sorry. But there is when you're like, I am sorry, and you go further to express how much sorry you are by maybe just holding your partner, staying right there, not walking away. That is already communication.
Yes.
But also just reminding yourselves where you have come from and how far God has brought you. Because there is you always focusing on what next, but you can't even pause to just look around and be like, wow, this is how far. You forget those are the roots of your relationship. I don't know that I'm making sense.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You do.
So, does anyone want to
maybe
add?
the last one I would say, we don't put God at the center. Like that is really vital.
Yeah.
God has to be the center of every step, every stage you go in.
Yeah.
So as long as you're married, as long as you are maybe in a relationship, at least you never take God for granted.
Yeah.
God has to be the first and the last. So He will align us in every situation.
I think God is the source of love. I said it in my video, the other previous video, that when you think that, let's say, babe, we are married, but we've always talked about how I cannot love you enough because I don't have that much love to give. But when I depend on God, when I'm depending on God, I'm like, God, you know what? Even when I'm hurt, I'm like, God, you see your son, you know? Yes. But I'm depending on God. I'm drawing my love. For if I understand that God's love is unconditional, God's love overflows, then it enables me to give love to my partner, and also just know that I can't love you by my strength.
Very true.
I can't love you by my strength. I need God to be able to love you. Then love won't die in that way, you know. So love dies when you maybe started by thinking that you can love this person by your strength, then also having conditions to that love. If you do this, then I don't know.
I'll love you.
Then I'll love you. If you don't do this, I won't love you.
I'm not there.
Yes. So we also want to talk about how can you rekindle this love, because now we see people like, oh, the love has died, but you're married to this person, you're in this relationship with this person. What are the things you're going to reflect on to rekindle this love?
Counseling, you know.
Counseling is good.
Yes. Most times when you go back for counseling, they will tell you about what leads to this kind of maybe what will
they remind you of the importance of your relationship
and what will build it, and what takes you to that kind of godly love, you know. So
you're given to self-reflection.
Yes. So most times we have to go and at least do some counseling, you know. We have our pastors, we have women of God, we have maybe our papas around there, we have maybe even the elderly. But one thing I know is the love that we have, you know, it is like an institution. It is an institution, but we have to correct it ourselves, you know. But when it goes out of hand, that's when maybe you come in and involve someone.
Correct your mistakes.
Exactly.
Identify what the problem and then find solution.
You identify the problem and
find
the solution.
Yes.
You find the solution.
It can help you to rekindle that love.
Yes.
Okay, I mean?
Oh, that was quite a good one. I would say that one of the things that rekindles love is listening. Then I'll read for you James. First James 1, 19. It says that, whereof, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. And it is very easy, you know, to get angry with people. In relation, first of all, there's the part of listening. You may not listen to your partner and they'll keep telling you something over and over again. It's good to listen, but you can listen and react in a bad way. So it's equally good to add being slow to anger on top of listening. As you listen, as you speak to them after thinking, you know, don't just speak out your mind, because you may say things that someone will never forgive you for, even if you're married. So it's equally good to watch how you speak, listen, and on top of that, you have to be careful about your anger.
Listen, not to react. Sometimes listen to understand that, oh, maybe this is where I went wrong, and correct yourself. Okay. Baby, you have another point?
I think I have another point. For example, yesterday we had a birthday, and really it was like, you know, 90% of us were like married, you know,
young.
So we're all young, and you know, it was like 1 year, you know, few months ago, you know, and really that encourages, you know. You have to find friends that
surround yourself with people who are married.
Yes.
Or in good, healthy relationships, because we're talking for both.
Yes. So they will maybe most times bring the experience, and it may look like yours, you know. So there you really correct what was this. And sometimes you look at them, the way like, you know, they are together and they are doing this, they are doing that, and they're like,
what are they doing that you can do?
Yes.
I mean,
why don't also do like
so like yesterday, because yesterday, you know, yesterday it's so funny. Like it was so funny. Like my baby was feeding me, and when we went out, others were hugging, and we're all young, but people were so consumed, you know, by themselves. It was just them, and
you know, most of them were like, I think you guys have just gotten married, and we're like,
actually they thought we were married. No, actually, two of them thought we were
1 year.
Yeah. But because of the expression
like,
of love, they thought we were actually newly wedded.
Yes.
They didn't know we were like 1 year and some months. Glory be to God. Hey. So, Amy.
Well, another one would be taking vacations.
Vacation.
Not just a vacation.
Vacation. Now what is vacation?
Take time to travel out with your partner.
Yeah.
With your babe. Get some time, just you alone.
Eat expensive food.
Eat expensive food. Do not look at that bill.
Do not look at that money.
Who looks at the bill?
The money that will not buy you cement and
Cement.
Like that fish of
don't look at that cement.
Small fish.
Small fish.
Anyway, that fish was expensive.
Then you're looking at cement in it.
You remember somebody?
Eat that money.
It's the what?
Me, I'm going to eat your money.
Exactly.
So yes.
So it's very important to take
It's
time
very important.
apart with each other. You know,
Don't stop dating each other.
Yes, don't stop dating.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You find that even in the Bible, Bible talks about taking time to get to know the word, because we treat our own lives like we do treat the word.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just read the Bible and keep it at that. Take some time and, you know, get to know each other. Make it a point. Make it a kind of culture to reconnect. Because you may not know that you're disconnected.
Yeah.
Take some time and find out, do we still connect? Does she still get
goosebumps,
angry, you know, at my jokes all these days?
Because some people can say jokes and then you're like, what is this?
It's very important.
Yeah, it's very, oh my God. Like, I don't know, like, you know, our generation, we have to understand one thing, that relationships are not a joke. Because today, people are taking for granted, you know, relationships. Seriously. Relationships are not taken seriously. So it is us, it's as individuals, it's your responsibility to ensure that if you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship to stay. When you're seeing it fail, make sure to find, actually, we need to conclude by understanding one thing, that God is the foundation of all relationships. As long as God is in the center of your relationship, there's nothing the devil can do. Because in my video I talked about God being the high priest and the judge in your relationship. Other third parties, everything that is not like important, anyone who is not, you know, supposed to hear whatever is happening in your marriage, do not let them know, or in your relationship. Make sure when you're starting your relationship that God is, you know, the foundation, and transgress to a marriage with that, you know, spirit of knowing that God is everything. Yeah. Anyway, so we need to conclude. The fact is, marriage is a one street.
One
street.
One way street. One way street.
English. Marriage is a what?
One way.
It's a one-way street. It's not a place where you come for try and error. You know, you just have to know that if you're coming into it, come and believe that you're going to make it. Because, I mean, we are trying here to make sure we are strong for the brother. We're giving a good picture for Amy. No, but it's very important, because we want to be something that we don't want you to hate marriage one day because of how we portray marriage. So because everything that we do should inspire you, you know, and we want you to see Christ in our marriage, because you are, you know, for you know so much about our journey. There's nothing that you don't know. But now that you've seen us in this stage, you should also be inspired. you know, with everything. But I'm so glad that we had this conversation, and I pray that this is going to help someone out there. Guys, be free to comment below, tell us what you thought about this conversation, and add whatever you want to add. And thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And this, guys, these are faces you're going to see. This is my husband. He has a lot to do here, though he's on and off, but I'm so grateful that I'm here with them, and we love you so much. And have a blessed, I don't know, day, whatever, I don't know which country you're in, and see you in the next video. Love you. Bye bye.